Hello, my name is Michael Riley, ABA Appliance. I manufacture refrigeration products for replacement evaporators and condenser and several parts for SubZero refrigerators. Some of the evaporators are evaporators that are no longer available. SubZero has been pushing no longer available products, parts right now, discontinuing them. Appears to be because they are trying to force new sales. A lot of word about customers contacting me say that they had somebody out from SubZero and they said, "Oh no, it's too old. You can't fix that. You have to buy a new one." A lot of that going on. I've been hearing a lot of comments from customers that that's what SubZero's doing. So, and comments online I've read. So it appears that, anyways, I started manufacturing about 10 years ago evaporators, the most common evaporators for the refrigerators, because any service techs know that the evaporators don't tend to last very long, 10, 15 years, and that's inexcusable. When they're made of the right metals, they should last 30 years or better. So, in fact, most of the brands do. You do have evaporators go out on different brands, but it's not a prevalent problem like it is with SubZero. Anybody that works on SubZero knows that. The refrigerator evaporators are just very common for corrosion, and one of the biggest reasons is I'm not quite sure exactly what at this moment what they're doing, but over the years they've if you take the evaporator and pick it up, you can see how heavy it is. Most evaporators in all industries, not just domestic refrigerators, but refrigeration and everything else. Most of them, they'll have the capped ends, the loops on the ends will be copper, but the main body of the evaporator is usually aluminum. And then in many cases, like for refrigerators, that those evaporators are coated with a corrosion resistant coating to give it more protection against corrosion. It's more prevalent to have it leak to corrode in the refrigerator because it's kind of like fungus or mold. It grows in a warmer climate and a moist climate. Corrosion does too. So in the freezer, it's 0 degrees. You have less chance of it corroding because it's much colder, and it just corrosion doesn't grow as quickly in a colder environment. So that's why 37, 38 degrees in a refrigerator, they tend to corrode quicker if they're not made of the proper metals. So I just, 2013, about 10 years ago, I was fed up with it. I don't like putting in product that is not quality, and the customer is not going to be able to trust it and how long it's going to last. So, and then I don't want to be telling them it's going to be lasting 20, 30 years when I know that's not true. So I just gave up. I said, you know what, I'm just going to design these and make them properly. And my background is electrical engineering, so it was kind of really no issue in the technical end of it. And then, of course, application. I've been doing service for 40 years now, about 30 years at the time. So I know both ends of it. And so I redesigned them, and I've been having them manufactured for the last 10 years. I quit doing it, manufacturing a few years ago, my health and whatever. And so now I have just a small amount of supply left, and I'm going to start liquidating that. And it's very small. I've got about 100 of one model evaporator part number, and it's 4204410. It's the larger one, and then the rectangular one that's like this, 4204400, and any techs will know those numbers, so I'm not going to go any deeper into it. And so one's for the 501, 601, and one's for the 550, 650. Anyway, so I'm going to be I'm liquidating those, and I want to be done with them because I'm going to move on. My health has been challenging me here recently. I was in San Diego for about 30 years, and now I've just moved back home where I grew up in Arizona because of my health. So I like to liquidate those, and it's going to be a good deal. The 4204410 evaporator, the larger one, it is typically 266. I think it's 266.18 with SubZero, their price. They've actually gone up in price here recently too, the OEMs. But like I said, my evaporators are actually a higher quality, better quality evaporator than theirs. I went back to the way evaporators are supposed to be made. 99% pure refrigeration aluminum, and of course they have the copper inlets that are welded in from the factory, and they're coated with corrosion resistant coating. So if you go down in the bottom here, the explanation, you'll see the website, and you'll be able to check out those part numbers and see. The other ones I'm now out of stock of, and I'm not going to be remanufacturing them. I'm done with manufacturing them, and but I'd like to liquidate these last ones. And the 400s, the last three numbers, 400, 42004, 400. Those I have 20 left of. I've got them on my website, and then I don't have the package deal on the website, but the 4204400 evaporators, basically they're $150 each, and they're about $190 SubZero's price. So that's and I only have 20 of them, so I didn't bring the price way down. But it's $40 cheaper per evaporator. So 20 of them, you're looking at $3,000 for 20 of them, and 10 of them $1,500. So they're $150 each. The 4204410s, like I said, SubZero's price on those was $266, and I've got 100 of them, so I'm actually looking to get $17,000, which would be $170 per evaporator. So it's $90 cheaper on each evaporator, which is considerable difference. So there's big savings on that, and I'll sell them in quantities of like 10 or 25 or whatever. I'd like to get rid of all of them, and of course you can do whatever you want with them. You can use them if you're a service company, you can use them for service calls. If you're somebody that resells, you still have a markup, and you're getting a good deal. So contact me if you're interested. I'd like to liquidate these quickly. I've got some medical bills and that kind of stuff take care of, so that's why I really would like to liquidate them quickly. And I'm done manufacturing, and I know that they're very, very good quality, and I've sold tens of thousands of them in 10 years. I mean, just probably about $750,000 worth. At one time, I was selling them through APCO and Appliance Parts Depot. I mean, reliable, Coast appliance. Even SUPCO was buying them from me, but then they stole the design and they started making them themselves. Yeah, they're people you just don't deal with them. I mean, don't buy their products. That's what they do is they take other people's products, and that's how they've made a business is counterfeit, aftermarket. But the way they do it is just not right, like what they did with me. They were selling my product, and then they stole it, and they were misrepresenting labels on them, saying they were theirs. I actually yanked them from them and threatened them with a lawsuit. It was just ridiculous. They're just they're not straight up people. Hopefully they go away pretty soon. They keep doing this. Somebody's going to have them in court. Wasn't worth it to me. I just yanked the product. So, like I say, I'm done with the product, and I'd like to find somebody to buy what I have left. 20 of the 400s and 410s, 420, 4410. I have 100 of them. Okay, so and I'm negotiable. Don't be ridiculous, but I'm negotiable possibly. Depends on what you come at me with. So my contact information, the website, and my email will be attached where this video is attached. So contact me, and like I said, I just like to get rid of them quick, and that's it. Okay. So once again, it's Michael Riley. It's ABA Appliance. My website is refrigerator part replacements.com. Okay, there's refrigerator part replacements.com. Okay, so take care, and I look forward to talking to you and getting these out so that you have a quality product. All right, thank you. Bye.